Hello everybody, and in this video I'll be going over all of my methods of boosting FPS inside of Apex Legends. Some of these methods I will be showing are able to set lower settings past what you can do inside of Apex Legends. This is very useful because it allows you to get even more FPS and less input delay out of the game by a substantial amount. This video is targeted for all kinds of PCs. Even if the FPS does not matter or really affect your PC, you will get less input delay, giving you a competitive advantage against your opponents. So I do recommend you stay because I'm sure there is at least one thing on this list you aren't already doing. So with that being said, I will see you in the video. Peace. So the first thing you guys can go ahead and do is go to the description and click the media file link. This will take you to the download of my updated AUTOEXEC file. This is the main file that'll be able to set video settings lower than what you can do in the game. So, just download the file. Now, with the AUTOEXEC file installed, launch up Steam, find Apex Legends, right click the game and click Properties. Now, click Local Files and click Browse. Inside of this folder, you will see the CFG folder. Just double click that, find your AUTOEXEC file and simply drop it into this folder. See, mine is already here. So with that being done, you can close out of this. But for your AUTOEXEC file to work, click on General. And in the description, I will have set launch options you need to copy and paste into here. This will boost your FPS and allow the AUTOEXEC file to work. The next method of boosting FPS is inside of Windows, so just click the start menu and search up graphics. And the first option should be graphics settings, just click this. And you will probably not have a list here, so what you want to do is click browse. And you're just going to want to find your Apex Legends folder. Remember, you can do this with the Steam method, you just have to copy the directory and put it here. Choose R5 Apex. Then when it's in this list, click on it and click options and then click high performance. This will help to boost FPS and lower input delay by making Apex Legends a more high priority game on your PC. On to the next method. So this next method is one of the methods that will make your game look pretty bad. So this is one of the more optional methods, but if you have a really low tier PC, I do recommend this because you will get a substantial FPS boost. So, go to local disk C, go to users, go to your user, go to saved games, then click on respawn, Apex, local, and then the video config.txt. Double click this, and inside of here will be a smallish list of settings. So, you can either pause the video right now and look at all these settings, or you can download the file in the description just like the AUTOEXEC and just swap it out. So I will leave this on screen for a couple seconds. Yeah. Okay, now with those copied or downloaded, we can move on to the next step. So the next setting is again inside of Steam. Right click on Apex and click on Properties, Local Files, then click Browse once again. Inside of here, find R5 Apex. This time right click it, click Properties, click Compatibility, and click Disable Full Screen Optimizations. Then with that checked, click Change High DPI Settings, and make sure Override High DPI Scaling Behavior, Scale Performed by Application is ticked. Okay, and that's that step. Moving on to the last step. So, moving on to the final step. This is a very optional step you want to do, but if you have a horrible PC, you may want to take this into consideration, which is to change the resolution of your game. I personally run it on native because it does work for me, but if you have a really bad PC, you might want to lower this. There are plenty of videos out of how to change your resolution to stretch res or 4:3, so I recommend watching some of those, but I will have one of those videos coming out soon, so you can also wait for that. But with that being said, I will load into the firing range and show you the visuals you get with the lowest settings I've shown in the video. Peace. So these are the kind of visuals you'll be getting. They don't look too great if I'm being honest, but it is definitely still playable. The meshes are going to look pretty bad. Everything's going to look a bit more blurry than it would usually. But But I mean, anything to boost FPS and get lower input delay. However, if you don't like it looking this bad, what you can do is you can go to settings, and you can find the adaptive resolution FPS target and take this down to 80. And then take texture streaming monitor and turn it up to very low or low. I personally run my settings like this because it is very similar FPS. However, it looks a lot better than the settings I showed just before. So that's all my methods that I know. If you guys know anything else, you can of course drop it in the comments for other people to see. So with that all being said, peace. See you in the next video.